What's up friends? Today I want to share with you how I've been recently editing my videos to get a beautiful cinematic grade just like this. Let's get into it. So the plugin I want to talk about today is called Dehancer. Dehancer is an extremely powerful film emulation plugin that can help you create beautiful cinematic footage with very simple steps. And to be completely honest, I've only been using this plugin for a couple of weeks now, but I instantly had some pretty good results, so I just wanted to share with you guys how I've been doing that today. Cinema has a certain look. Color, texture, subject matter, all play part in creating the atmosphere that we are so used to with cinematic footage. Now you may have guessed it, but motion picture film can be a very expensive process, and I'm sure a lot of you aren't gonna invest your time and money into learning this art form. However, it's definitely possible to create that film emulated look with your digital footage. And for the last few weeks, I've been really learning and investing my time into trying to create a film look with my footage. And I just so happened to come across the Dehancer plugin, and it's really simplified the whole process. Today, I just want to share with you my really simple process on creating cinematic footage very quickly. And I guess we should start off with the film emulation plugins. So without a doubt, the film emulation plugins are probably one of the most interesting part of Dehancer. This plugin offers 63 unique film emulations which can be simply applied to your footage to instantly change the mood of your shot. Now, to be honest, I definitely do not use all of the film emulations that Dehancer offers here. I mean, 63 is quite a lot. I probably use maybe 5 to 10 different film emulations. Of course, this all depends on the time of day that you're shooting and the location. Each film emulation has its own unique characteristics, which when applied will give your video footage different atmospheres. So I would encourage you to try flicking through a lot of these film emulations and seeing what will suit your video footage the best. So another way that I like to create that simple film cinematic look is with the print paper tool. Traditionally, when film is developed, it's printed onto a print paper, which further adds characteristic to your motion picture. Now, Dehancer provides 4 different types of paper, which all have unique characteristics, and you can customize each one for your specific look. Now, when I'm personally color grading my video footage, I don't always use this tool because in conjunction with the film emulation, sometimes it can just be a little bit too much for your video footage. But sometimes I only use the print paper option and not the film emulation. I'll definitely try it out and see if it's a bit too much for your footage or if it adds a little bit more character. Now, apart from color, the most obvious characteristic of film is definitely the texture. Now, the texture I'm talking about is a couple of different things, but one of them being the natural grain that comes with film. So to recreate a little bit of texture, it's very common for people to use grain overlays on their digital footage, but it's just not quite the same. I've definitely used a lot of film grain overlays myself, but the problem that I've found with these overlays is that it's quite a flat look because the grain is consistent over the whole image. The difference and the beauty of Dehancer's film grain tool is that you can adjust the levels of grain in the different parts of the images. You can change the strength of grain in the shadows, the highlights, and the midtones, and having this flexibility really can create a more natural and organic feel to your image. It's very easy to use this effect in your video footage, and I personally lower all of my levels quite a lot and just sort of fine-tune the shadows, highlights, and midtones to see fit with each image. So just by using those tools, you can already create a pretty stylistic and beautiful looking grade to your video footage. And just to add a little bit more character, there's two more tools that I like to use, one of them being halation. Halation is a visual effect that appears as a red-orange halo on overexposed areas. This will apply to very bright sources and highlights such as light sources like a lamp post. This red glow is quite iconic for a lot of motion picture film stocks, and I personally think that this really sells the whole film emulation effect. To use halation, the first thing I like to do is check for any obvious sources of light, such as lamp posts. You can use the mask option to see which areas of the picture is being affected, and you can amplify the amount of halation as you see fit. Now there's two main options I like to play with. The local diffusion firstly, this will increase the halation spread, while the other one, global diffusion, will increase the overall image's amount. I would say that similar to film grain, it's very easy to overuse this effect, and I'd definitely recommend to keep it subtle. Now halation goes hand in hand with the other tool that I want to mention, which is the bloom tool. Now by definition, blooming is the dispersion of light around light sources and highlights of an image. The blooming characteristic of film is typically created from vintage lenses mixed with a bit of a chemical reaction in the film developing process. And this can be easily recreated through stylized filters such as a black pro mist diffusion filter. But if you don't have one of these filters, you can easily just apply this tool to your footage in Dehancer and create the same effect. Similar to the halation tool, you can just click the mask option to see which parts of your image is being affected and adjust accordingly to your image. But just be careful because again, you can really overdo the whole look of this and spoil your footage. So yeah, that's basically all the tools that I use in Dehancer to create my cinematic footage. Now, I guess this is where I want to talk about the pricing of the program. Now, to be honest, this isn't the cheapest program out there. You're going to be paying $400 Australian for the full package with all of the tools included, but you can pay separately for each individual tool. I believe you can buy the bloom tool and the halation tool and also the film grain tool all separately. I think they're about 100 each, and that might be a bit more appealing to some of you. I did, however, get a 10% off code, so if you did want to purchase this, you can use the code right here and get 10% off, $40, it's not bad, off your program. And it is an affiliate link, so I will benefit a little bit off the sale. So yeah, if you're interested, but don't take my word for it. You can go onto dehancer.com and have a 1-month free trial where you can try out all of the tools that I mentioned in this video and apply it to your footage and see for yourself if this is something that you'd be interested in or not. You can at least give it a go for free and see the potential power that this tool offers. Thank you, Dehancer, for creating this powerful program and sending out to me for this review, and thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one. Peace.